Okay, here I am back again. Now you should be turned to page 72 and 73 in your packet, and we're going to be talking about author's purpose. I hope that this is just review, but have you ever seen the figure that looks like a pie, and it actually spells out P-I-E for author's purpose. The P standing for persuade, the I standing for inform, and the E standing for entertain. So we use that acronym PIE to remember author's purpose. P standing for persuade, so we want you to, the author wants to persuade you to believe what they believe. The I stands for inform, the author is informing you of a topic. And then E is the author is just trying to entertain you. Okay, so we're going to talk about author's purpose today, and what I want you to do is look at the reader's tip at the top of your paper on page 72. It looks like this. I'm just going to show you my book. Okay, and the author's tip says, look for clues about the author's purpose or reason for writing, okay? So we're going to look for clues like, are they giving us facts? Because that will most likely be that the purpose is that they're informing us. Are they giving their opinions? That's going to be a clue for us to know that they're trying to persuade us. Or is it just a story to entertain us, okay? Is it a fictional story? Okay, so we're going to read The Miser, and this is on page 72, so follow along with me as I read it out loud to you. Once there was a miser who traded everything he had for gold. Then he melted down his gold into a single lump, which he buried secretly in a field. Every day he went into the field to check on his gold. Filled with worry and excitement, he would dig it up again. Then he would spend long hours gloating over his treasure. Before long, his servant noticed the miser's frequent visits to the field. One day, the servant secretly followed him and discovered what the miser was hiding. Waiting for his chance, the servant went one night and stole the gold. The next day, the miser visited the place as usual. Finding his treasure gone, he began to cry and tear his hair out over his loss. Just then, one of his neighbors happened by and asked him what the trouble was. The miser told the neighbor of his bad luck. The neighbor replied, "Don't be so sad, my friend. Just take a plain brick and put it in place of your gold. You won't be any worse off than before, because that treasure was of no earthly use to you anyway." Okay. So, now we need to decide whether the author's purpose was to persuade us, to entertain us, or to inform us. Okay, so let's look at page 73. And under the bold heading, it says, reread the passage. Think about why the author wrote it. Circle the best purpose in the chart and record the evidence that you found. So I want you to pause this video just like before, and I would like you to read the story again, okay? And I would like you to, at the bottom of the story, just write down a one-sentence summary. It can be more if you want to. A one-sentence summary of what this is about. So I should be seeing, when I look over your paper, a one-sentence summary at the bottom of your paper. And when you're finished with that, you can play this video again and we will continue. So pause the video and write your one-sentence summary of that story on the bottom of page 72, and then we'll get going. So click pause. Okay, you should have read The Miser again, and then I expect to see that one sentence summary at the bottom of page 72, right under that story. Did I say one page? I meant one sentence, okay? Only one sentence summary. So, I'm hoping that you've already done that. I will be looking, and you need to make sure that you have done that part of the assignment. Now, we're going to go back to that author's purpose chart. And I want you to put an X under, do you believe that the author's purpose was to inform us, was to entertain us, or to persuade us? What do you think? Once you have decided if the author was to inform us, entertain us, or persuade us, I want you to include some evidence of the author's purpose. Meaning, how do you know that the author's purpose was to either inform us, persuade us, or entertain us? So you're going to write at least one sentence down to prove how you know what the author's purpose was. Okay, so once you're done with that, if you need to pause the video, go ahead so you can write your evidence in the box. Otherwise, we will continue. The next part, it says your turn. Think about why someone might write a news article, advertisement, and comic book. Do they hope to inform, entertain, or persuade the reader? Use your ideas to complete the chart. So for each topic, you have a news article. Why would the author write a news article? Are they hoping to entertain us? Are they hoping to give us information, so inform us, or persuade us to change our beliefs? So you're going to write which one you think in the box. And then how do you know? I'm looking for more evidence. So just an explanation of how you know the author's purpose is one thing over another. An advertisement. If we're looking at the newspaper on Saturdays, there are tons of advertisements. Think about Black Friday advertisements right after Thanksgiving. Those companies want us to buy their products. So what are they doing? Are they entertaining us? Are they persuading us? Or are they informing us? And then lastly, a comic book. Why do we read comic books? Okay, are we looking to be persuaded, to be informed, or entertained? And it's very important that you write your evidence down where it says evidence of author's purpose. Okay, so please complete that table, and you can click pause, and then we will continue. So click pause right now, and then we'll get back to the lesson. Okay, so I'm hoping that you completed this table. Now what I'd like you to do is just look over what you have written in your table, and I'm just going to go over one of them for you. I don't want you to just assume that I'm going to give you the answers, because that's not the case, but I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. Let's look at advertisement. The author's purpose of an advertisement is to persuade us. They want us to buy their product, so they want us to think that that product is the best one out there. That's why they make so many great deals all the time. That's why they're advertising their product. They want you to go out there and buy it. So our evidence would be just that the company wants us to buy the product. That's why they're advertising it. Okay, they want us to think that that product is the best one out there. All right, if you had something a little bit different, maybe not word for word from what I had, just keep it. But I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay? And then also looking up at the table from above, author's purpose. In my opinion, I believe this story was to entertain us. Okay, the author is teaching us a lesson. And you know, the author wasn't giving us facts and information necessarily. This was a fictional story. It was not real. If it were a nonfiction piece, then of course this would be to inform us. But because it is not a nonfiction piece, it's fictional, I'm looking at this story is just to entertain us. We're not being persuaded to buy something or to believe something different. So this story right here is to entertain us. Okay, so when you have completed both of the worksheets, like I hope that you've already done, I'd like you to make sure that your name is at the top, turn it in, and now you are responsible for reading your AR book. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed both of these mini lessons, one on sequence of events, and then now on author's purpose.